Their first wins in the Premier this season. Chelsea, indeed, hadn't scored until their last outing, while West Ham had lost 2 of their first 4 matches. Tough times for Harry Redknapp, manager of West Ham, while his opposite number, Glenn Hoddle, is still remoulding Chelsea around the distinctive talents of Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit. Ticked out Minto so well. Minto's cross. Right back wide. And Chelsea had scored. Chelsea fans, and there are plenty of them in the stadium tonight, in great heart now. John Spencer. What's another one? 2 goals in, what, 3 minutes now? Well, it's free kick. Up to Hughes. That Peacock. Hughes again. Now, what can Spencer do here? Not too much with Dix treading on him. Caught him in the face, and that was totally unnecessary from Dix. Now, watch this. There. What on earth was he thinking of? Here's Slater with the corner. Back in by Dowie. It's gone in. Hutchison. West Ham have got a goal back. 2-1. So now here's Gullit on the break. Spencer making the run ahead of him. Trying to open up some room. Theatrical fall to the ground by Gullit. And in fairness, that looks rather painful. As Julian Dix grits his teeth and takes another scalp. There's a penalty. Chelsea suddenly broke through. West Ham caught cold. Breaker was the offender. The foul on Spencer. They've taken the free kick so quickly. Dennis Wise, what a quick piece of thinking. Down went Spencer, and every sympathy from referee Robbie Hart. So Dennis Wise has the chance then to restore Chelsea's 2-goal advantage. Wonderful save by McCloskey. West Ham are still in there fighting. Wise with a chip. Here's Gullit. And Spencer! 3-1. And surely now, Chelsea have secured the points. So looking at the table, Chelsea's first win moves them up 6 places, while West Ham stays second to bottom. Honours even at Middlesbrough. That result leaves both teams in mid-table. Well, now let's take a look at the week's Premier League news. It's been European week for the top English clubs. Blackburn's disappointing start to the season continues. They lost at home to the Russian team Spartak Moscow, the only goal scored by Sergei Uran. In the Cup Winners' Cup, Everton won 3-2 against the part-timers from Iceland. The gutsy Reykjavik team didn't make things easy for Joe Royal's side. The Nigerian international Daniel Ambakachi saving their blushes with a win of 4 minutes from time. In the UEFA Cup, Nottingham Forest lost at Malmo, but they did manage an important away goal scored by Ian Wone. Manchester United drew 0-0 away to Rotor Volgograd. The only bad news for them, an injury to Roy Keane. And injuries for 2 Monaco players took the gloss off Tony Yeboah's hat-trick in Leeds' 3-0 away success. Yeboah, the Ghanaian striker, has now scored 20 goals in 23 games for United. Steve McManaman scored the first in Liverpool's 2-1 win away to Spartak Vladikavkaz, a superb winner too from Jamie Redknapp. Glenn Helder's dark days at Arsenal could soon be over if Middlesbrough pursue their £2 million inquiry for the beleaguered Dutchman. After 7 months at Highbury, Helder has made just 1 start this season. Another Arsenal player who's definitely leaving is Paul Davis. He's moving on a free transfer to 2nd Division Brentford. And finally, it's been a good week for Wimbledon skipper Vinnie Jones. He earned a reprieve when his sending off against Liverpool last weekend was reduced to a booking. FA chiefs and the officials involved changed their decision after watching a video of the incident. It's also been announced that the 30-year-old Welsh international will be giving football lessons to the future King, Prince William, this at England's top public school, Eton. Could there be a knighthood in the offing, I wonder? And so now to our first feature match. Roy Evans' Liverpool, fresh from their midweek UEFA Cup victory, at home to the struggling champions Blackburn. Your match commentator is Martin Tyler.
Liverpool's latest signing, Jason McAteer from Bolton, begins this stage of his promising career as a substitute. Robbie Fowler partners Stan Collymore in attack, with Ian Rush still recovering from a sore ankle. It's a side which in football terms has 10 Englishmen. Defender Phil Babb is the only exception. That's an important factor in the UEFA Cup, in which Liverpool have started with a very satisfying 2-1 win in Russia last Tuesday. Blackburn's defeat in their Champions League debut at home to Spartak Moscow, their 5th in 7 games, including the Charity Shield. But Ray Harford makes just one change today. Mark Atkins is suspended, but Jeff Kenner is fit to take over. It's his first league appearance of the season. He'll start on the right of midfield, with Stuart Ripley switching to the left. And it's still Mike Newell in preference to Chris Sutton up front. There has been one other significant development at Rovers this week. Derek Fazakerley, a Blackburn legend as a player, has rejoined the club as first-team coach, a position he'd previously held with distinction at Newcastle United. Gary Willard has been nominated for the FIFA list of referees. If all goes well with fitness assessment, he'll be an international official at the start of the new year. Blackburn kick off. They have obviously been scrutinising the reasons for the poor results. Stuart Ripley, who's had a bit of a tough time of it, has been switched to freshen his game, says Ray Harford, by starting on the left today. Collymore, well, the angle was there for the pass to Harkness, but unfortunately for Liverpool and their record signing, there is Derek Fazakerley, who's bringing fresh ideas to the coaching staff. Well, that's a testing ball in behind Berg for Harkness, who's done well, and still. And again, great tenacity in the tackle. Fowler! Well, as Fowler was shooting, there were some Liverpool appeals. Barnes. It drops for Redknapp. Corner. Blackburn might have been fearing the worst then. McManaman. Redknapp can try again. Deflected goal! It veered away into the corner for Jamie Redknapp. With 12 minutes gone, and yet again, Blackburn have conceded the first goal in a game. It's been the story of their season. Well, Redknapp had the chance a moment or two ago, and maybe there wasn't a deflection, it just swerved away, and the ball buried in the corner. No chance for Flowers. And Redknapp, with his liking for long-range shooting, has delighted the Anfield crowd here. And a goal against the run of play. And it's come from Jamie Redknapp, now of England as well as Liverpool. Pearce in trouble as Fowler dispossesses him. Collymore. All is not yet lost for Liverpool. Jones. Retrieved by Redknapp. Collymore. Jones driving on again. It's Fowler's header, 2-0! We're not yet halfway through the first half, and it's looking very good for Liverpool. Robbie Fowler with so much power here as he torpedoed in from splendid supply by Rob Jones down the right-hand side. Shearer. And you can sense his desire in coming so deep. Just try and find a spark here, something, a lucky break from anywhere to help Blackburn get back where they feel they belong, at least in the top half of the table. 16th starting the game today. Early season it may be, but there's still something of a stigma being down there. Collymore. Hoping well. McManaman. Harkness in attendance as well. McManaman. Fowler. Collymore. Oh! Well, he's done it again, as he did on his Anfield debut on the opening day of the season. And Blackburn can't believe this. They are now 3-0 down. 28 minutes gone. And this is superlative from Stan Collymore. Batty. Wright's header away. Rousseau. Well, all sorts of semaphore coming from the Blackburn bench. Liverpool get away with it. Harkness bouncing back to his feet quicker than Berg. Well, it's Berg being booked, and the indications suggest that Gary Willard thought he went in for the header with his elbow up against Harkness, who won it very bravely. Well, certainly the Liverpool supporters greedy for more. Barnes, McManaman, Redknapp running ahead of him, made a good angle. Very nicely implemented by Liverpool, and Redknapp brought down by Henning Berg, who was booked in the first half. And trouble brewed for Blackburn Rovers again. There can surely be no reprieve for Berg here. It was a controversial booking in the first half. And even the Liverpool players, led by John Barnes, saying, does this have to happen? Steve McManaman stepping in, but Henning Berg will have to go. He was sent off last season, you might recall, in that high-profile match at home to Manchester United. Switched in the second half to a central defensive position. Down goes Redknapp. Off goes Berg. It gets ever blacker for Blackburn Rovers. McManaman. That's a great piece of rescuing by Ian Pearce. Corner taken quickly. Short corners already produced 1 goal for Liverpool today. Ruddock. Oh, that was something sticking out of foot. Corner to Liverpool. In total command at Anfield. Collymore! Well, I suppose they were due a miss-kick in front of goal. Been flying past Tim Flowers in the first half from all sorts of distances. Collymore close in, miss-kicked, and the goalkeeper was grateful. Batty. It's a looping header from Sherwood and a great save. The sheer size of David James allowing him to get to a ball that would have beaten many other goalkeepers as it dipped towards that top corner from Tim Sherwood's head. Kept out spectacularly. Still 3-0. Hendry. Sherwood to try again. Charged down by Ruddock. Mako! My word, he hit that well. Nothing wrong with the block from Ruddock. He couldn't get there the second time. Batty. Shearer. And Mark Wright right alongside Mike Newell as he needed to be. Now, with 10 men, Blackburn have found plenty of pride in the second half. And Hendry's header, and still they don't find a goal. Thomas was there where it mattered on the Liverpool line. And it's Collymore, with Jones in close support. Well, few perhaps would have begrudged Blackburn that consolation. But Liverpool staying ruthless, staying organised right to the last. Blackburn beaten for the 4th time in 6 Premier games, beaten by 3 goals of high quality from Liverpool in a 16-minute spell in the first half. Liverpool 3, Blackburn Rovers 0.
So the champions are in trouble, but what of the leaders, Newcastle? Their only blemish so far was last week's defeat at Southampton. Otherwise, it's been success all the way. Their 4 straight wins, earning the season's first Manager of the Month award for Kevin Keegan and the first Player of the Month honour for his flamboyant French star David Ginola. At £2.5 million, Ginola has been a revelation for Newcastle with his exuberance and dazzling array of ball skills. At packed St James's Park, Keegan was expecting a swift return to form from his team after the Southampton setback. It was top against bottom, with Manchester City seeking their first win of the season under new manager Alan Ball. It's a dry, mild afternoon up in the northeast, where early season euphoria seemed to have reached fever pitch really before the momentum eased down at Southampton last week. Newcastle defending the goal to our right, favourites for the championship in the eyes of many observers, certainly those who follow so passionately the men in black and white, and it's going to need, I think, a real show of character from beleaguered City to prevent Keegan's team from redirecting their title challenge back on course. This is Darren Peacock with the free kick for Newcastle. On by Barton. To Gillespie, who started the season in such cracking form. A teasing run here straight away, and a first chance! It fell to Beardsley, and it was a fine save by Ike Immel. Newcastle so quickly into their stride. Peter Beardsley, who'd been doubtful right up to the kickoff because of a knee injury. So nearly putting his team in front in what, the first few seconds, really. That's come off Ferdinand, but it's a corner, as Kit Simons tried to clear. Hit through, oh, Mabel! Wonderful save by the keeper. Oh, that's twice he's excelled now in his opening minutes. A constant siege on the City goal. Should be the keepers. Didn't really get hold of it to fist it clear. Gone straight to Beardsley. Immel is there again. Beardsley. This time he's pulled it back too far. But already it seems just a question of how long Manchester City can hold out. Robert Lee with that spanking drive that Immel just managed to keep out. Good turn by Ginola. Gillespie, then for Beardsley, down goes Gillespie, and it is a penalty. Just a moment's hesitation then from Jeff Winter, but then he pointed to the spot. Quick thinking there by Beardsley, the tackle by Edgehill through the back of Gillespie. And Newcastle have the chance now to turn their early pressure into a goal. Edgehill being cautioned. Immel, who's performed heroic so far to keep a blank score sheet, facing Peter Beardsley. 1-0 to Newcastle. 18 minutes gone. Peter Beardsley is back. They missed his skills, his leadership at Southampton. And now the captain has returned to the team to prove their early inspiration. Deciding tackle by Edgehill on Ginola. He can be a bit temperamental, Richard Edgehill. That was a foolish tackle there. He's already been cautioned, remember. And if he's not careful, he could be off. Indeed, it is a red card. I thought for a moment that the referee was going to take no further action, but he has sent off Richard Edgehill. Beardsley, again, superb play by him. Gillespie, he's got Barton on the overlap here. Ferdinand in the middle. And Lee! Ferdinand's touch to make sure. But I reckon that's Robert Lee's. Again, flowing, cohesive football from Newcastle. Gillespie's awareness as he's picked up Warren Barton. That's a perfect cross for Robert Lee. Beardsley driving it through. What a pass! Robert Lee! Fantastic ball there by Beardsley. And it really should have been another one. Robert Lee racing onto the pass. Just look there at the imagination, the vision of Beardsley. When he's in this mood, well, there's no finer player in the country. There's Lee to Ginola. Little nudge by Curl. Gillespie. Now Ginola, flipping over the cross. It's in the back of the net. It's Les Ferdinand. Simply brilliant. Exhilarating football from Newcastle. Look at the accuracy there, pinpoint accuracy on the cross from Ginola. And the header from Les Ferdinand, arrowed into the corner. All Kevin Keegan will care about that his team have a 3-goal advantage.
he won't be resting on that. He'll want more. Now Ginola. Got Sellers making that run outside end. This is Sellers. Ginola has continued his run. Ferdinand missed it. Gillespie at the post. And Lee in all with a save. Well, some frantic goal-mouth action then. And somehow, Manchester City survived. Rosler wanting some support. He's found it with Summerby. Wasn't a back cross either, and a goal for Craney. His first match for Manchester City, and his first goal. And it was a well-constructed move too by Manchester City. Summerby, the substitute with the cross, and Jerry Craney underlining his worth with that first goal in the blue of Manchester City. An afternoon of irresistible football from Newcastle United. The league leaders back on song with a thoroughly convincing display here. They've beaten Manchester City by 3 goals to 1. Les Ferdinand with a couple of goals. At least he'll be claiming Newcastle's second, although it was Robert Lee's header that set it up. The first from Peter Beardsley with a penalty. And Manchester City, who had Edgehill sent off in the first half, were always under pressure, always at full stretch. Their one consolation, a goal on his debut from Jerry Craney. Newcastle's day, though, without question, winners here by 3 goals to 1.